What I want you not to do is never lift his head out of the water if he gets up top, because if he comes out of the water, we lost him, no matter what size and jump. Yeah. Okay, what we're seeing here today, the way the wind's blowing, the wind's stronger than the current right now, so it's blowing us, instead of drifting east, it's blowing us south out to the sound. What we're hoping for is an east wind or an east current to carry us. What's going to happen is once the current takes over, then the wind will recede, or the wind won't be strong enough to carry us through, and we'll have to reposition the boat to catch the fluke again.
Oh yeah.
I can't say this enough, to walk him right around like this, right? Nice and easy. Make sure you don't. The main thing is we don't want to lift his head out of the water, all right? He's jiggling good. Yeah, that's it. Good one. All right, go that way too much. Let's not fight him. Let's. We'll throw the camera. Don't worry.
Camera went on his ass there, but he fell inside the boat.
Okay. Stay focused. Guess what? Think. Yeah, we're in trouble.
There you go.
Okay. Christmas is coming too.
Oh yeah.
All right. Here we go. I smell dinner. Unless I see this game.
No way.
All right, baby. That's what we're talking
I
about.
told you that was a good one. I
Yes.
felt that one.
Yeah.
He was fighting like
We're hot.
All right, we're hot. Here we go. Let's get him out of the net. Okay. The biggest thing is make sure you get everything out so you don't get hurt. That's the priority. Okay, that's done. That's done. Now we grab the pliers. That one. Okay, hop that highway. Get in there. 23.5 inches. Okay.
all right.
Now, you want to throw him overboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't even. I was just reeling up. I thought the bait was gone.
We're out here today, fluking with the kids here. We've been doing pretty good. We've been catching some nice fluke shorts, couple bigger ones. We're using the rig. As you can see, it's getting them hooked right in the corner of the mouth here. Real nice. So that's what we want. And kind of, they're a pain in the butt to get out. You gotta pull it out. It's a kaolin hook that we're using, that we use to catch these fish with. So, but we're gonna measure him. I'm pretty sure he ain't even close.
Yeah. 16.
16 inches, but we got a couple nice 22 inches, 23 inches already. And the day is young right now, so let's just throw him up here and see what we can get. Yeah, he's 17 inches. Last year he would have been a keeper. This year, with the new laws, he's not. So there we go. This is the cameraman's fish, and I took over for him because I got to land one fish here today. I've been holding his hand all day. So let's see what it is first before we start croaking. Nice fish.
It's a nice fish, I know it is.
His head shakes real good. Get the net in the water.
Net in the water?
Net in the water. Down the net. Down the net. Net down.
That's a good one.
Oh boy, that's the big one for today.
That's stuff in the net.
That's all right. This one. a little nicer. Grab a hold of them. I use a towel to hold them because they're slippery, as you all well know. As you saw from the last time, hooked right in the corner of the jaw again. I'm trying not to get a finger lost here while we get this out of them. And now we're going to have some waves rock us around. That's all right. Don't bite my line. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Again, you see the kaolin hook on him right in the corner of the mouth. Gotta hold this a little still for you. Nice fluke here today. We're gonna put him down on the board. 23.5 inches.
Yo!
Nice fish. The day started off calm, but the seas picked up, but we were still able to catch fish. And as you can see, we got this nice 5.5 pound fluke. Pound for pound, the fluke puts up a fight that most people don't give it credit for. Check out the spots on the fish. It gives him the advantage of camouflaging on the bottom to ambush its prey. We're going to attempt to show you how to fillet a fluke my way. Everybody has different techniques. This is the way I prefer to do it. So, are you ready?
And take it off.
Okay. Greg, today when we were fishing, you caught one of these fish. I know that for sure. All right, so what I'm going to do is show you what I do. Come behind the fin here. Come right down nice and easy with it. And you go down till you can feel the bones. You've done a little cooking, so I know you understand that. And then just bring it out. I like walking the knife down the edge here. Okay? Nice and easy. The first cut's the hardest because once you get it down here, you want to walk it down till you get to right back at the bone here. Then walk through here. And then just always keep your meat hook out of the way so you don't cut it. Come down, then here, and you just keep coming in nice and easy on the meat. Always on a downward stroke onto the bones. And always start with your smallest fish first as a rule. That way if you make mistakes, you make it on a little one. Then you'll come in, you're going to come into the center line. You'll feel a bone come up and come down and walk the knife over that. Then come down and just come right out. And the one thing, if you see, I have rubber gloves on. The rubber gloves are not for sanity or cleanness. It's so I can hold the fillet because it's slippery. Everybody thinks I'm being very neat and sanitary. No way. Now that's the first half of the fillet. We'll lay that right there. Then we'll go to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. Cut right behind the gill plate here. No, on like a 30-45 degree angle. Come right down, nice and easy. The biggest thing here is patience, I guess. You know, again, patience. Something, if you ask people that know me, I lack a lot of. These fish we caught today, oh, I shouldn't say, I didn't catch today. My crew caught today. The weather didn't cooperate for us today, but we still managed to squeak out a couple nice fish here. What I'm doing here is I'm coming up, and I'm avoiding the belly meat here that everybody, all our biologists and everybody talk about. If there's any bad meat in a fish, supposedly it's right there. So we avoid that. What I like to use is a scaler just to hold the back of the fish down. All you got to do is press down and come in and start. And just go back and forth. And then you can grab it with your hand or just leave it so you're going back and forth. And just walk it down. The hard thing is to hang on to the skin. Then just keep coming. You're through. If I did it right, you can get rid of the skin. Now, some people like to leave the skin on there if they're going to freeze it and then fillet the skin off when they go to cook it. That way, it's less chance of getting freezer burnt. And then what we'll do here is we'll just open this up. And all you're doing now is trimming it up for presentation of cooking. That's all this matters right now, is to make it look like what I call a store-bought fillet. I'm gonna come from the back of the tail here. I just press down, come in, and walk it up. Grab it again, and just keep it walking. Head the knife down into the skin, but not to the point of where you're gonna cut the skin off. So the skin comes off, and have a bucket to get rid of the excess. Then just come down and trim this up. Now you can leave that hole like this, the way I got it. Or what I prefer doing is coming down through, right through the center. And now you got two nice fillets here that you can do anything you want with. There is millions of recipes out there that you can cook this fish with. And you got your fillet of sole. Here's the fluke rig we use today. As you've seen, they really work. Anyway, now we're going to take you up the house and show you how to cook some fish. Let's check out the ingredients. I like to use fresh ground pepper, extra virgin olive oil, a whole lemon, onions sliced 1 whole, 4 cloves of garlic sliced or diced, a whole red pepper sliced or diced, a whole green pepper sliced or diced, and kosher salt, and the fish, and of course you gotta have butter to cook with. Here's a recipe from my friend Phil. This recipe can be used on many kinds of fish. What we're gonna do is grab 4 pads of butter, 3 pads of butter, I don't care, whatever you want to do. Then we're gonna take the fish, we're gonna lay this out here also, nicely. Okay, and now we're going to put some onion on top of this. A little more onion. We're going to add a little more butter. Okay, and then I like a lot of garlic, so we're going to take and put the garlic on here. Load it right up. We're going to take some red pepper and green pepper and load that right on here. Trying to be neat, but it don't always work. You don't have to be. Okay. And now we're going to take some extra virgin olive oil, some lemon juice, and the lemon juice is fresh. We squeezed it. And a little kosher salt here. We're going to place on here. And again, I'll say it again, you can use this on a lot of different recipes of fish. A little freshly ground pepper. Again, pepper to taste. Don't, you know, I personally like a lot of pepper. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this up and make a nice little, we'll call it a tent. All right, and get it ready. Just fold it over. And what you can do is what I've done in the past. We can also cook this on a grill outside, which I've done many times, or in the oven. And today we're going to do it in the oven, so we're going to have to heat the oven. I heat it to 375 degrees, and we're going to cook it for roughly 15 to 20 minutes. This is my favorite recipe, Captain John's Fish Fry. And the ingredients we have here is flour, salt, pepper, garlic powder, with a little egg wash. And what we're going to do basically is take the fish like we're going to take right here, which is the most important ingredients. And in the fish, you can use it on any fish you want. We're going to put it in the egg wash, and then we're going to come back to the flour. And you got to dab it and dab it. Okay, and we're going to repeat this on all the pieces. All right, so, and if you mess up and you go in the egg wash first, or you go vice versa, don't worry about it. It don't matter. But the biggest secret is the egg wash. And a lot of my friends, they basically, see, I'm messing up already by trying to talk, but that's all right. Call me the Grease King. And the Grease King likes to deep fry. But I think the biggest, if there is a secret to all of this, is taking the time to double dip it, even though it's messy and, you know, things get really ugly sometimes. But it's just a repetition here right now. Now when we go over to the deep fryer, we're going to have the grease around 375 degrees. And the biggest thing there is to maintain the grease. So if you dump a lot of fish in and you got a small deep fryer, you have to slow down in putting it in. And everything you're seeing me do here, when you see the deep fryer, you can also do this in a skillet pan with about 2 to 3 inches of oil in there, and just, you know, you can get a thermometer, put it in and bring it up to 375 degrees and cook it in a pan. You don't need a big deep fryer like what I got. What I recommend with fried food, of course, is deep fried French fries in here. And this is my turkey cooker that I use for a French fry cooker. Okay, you can do this in a frying pan, like I said, a black skillet pan, bring it up to around 350 degrees, the grease. And then here we have it. I'm going to have this at 350, so we're going to put the fish in just like that there. And I set them in because, watch out, it will back up and burn on you. It tends to bubble when you're cooking with it because of the heat. Mainly what makes it bubble is the water that's in the product that you're cooking. It will actually, if you got it real wet, it will just explode on you, and that's pretty dangerous. Got to remember, the grease is, you know, 350, 375, and you don't want to get burnt, so be careful. From Captain John and Frank Slybait, I hope to see you on the water, and it don't get no better than this, folks.